by the time they've gotten to me, they've been devastated and nothing else has worked out.
Sure.
No one's first choice for how to have a baby.
Yeah.
But I get to give them hope again and then watch that turn into joy when we match them with a surrogate that is able to help them complete their family.
That's Lauren, our surrogacy matching manager with over 15 years of experience and one of the incredible women who helps turn heartbreak into hope. Because behind every surrogacy journey is a team.
I carried for 2 different companies and I fell in love with Egg Donor and Surrogate Solutions, and I just knew it was like my forever place.
Yeah.
So I just love that I get to do it every day.
Together, this team brings experience, compassion, and connection, from education to matching and every step that follows.
The transparency aspect is huge because I think it's so easy to we want to create that picture of hope.
Absolutely.
Everything's going to be great.
Yeah. But it can't be a false picture of hope.
Yeah.
They've been disappointed enough.
Exactly.
They know that trust begins with honesty and that real relationships and transparency are the foundation to an amazing journey. This conversation is a special one from the early days, back when this podcast was called Me, You, and Who. The name may have changed, but the mission's still the same, helping you create a happy family.
We all want to make a connection. We all want to make sure that we're getting her the best match. It is so amazing to change someone's life forever in this way that we can create a family.
In this episode, you'll meet the team behind the matches, the women who educate, advocate, and connect families with the hope they've been waiting for. Because here at Egg Donor and Surrogate Solutions, creating happy families is what we do best. Enjoy.
So what would you say, just coming into this industry and being here as long as we have been, and just this different seats that we've all kind of sat in, what would you say has maybe kind of been one of your most memorable moment from your personal journey that brought you here?
Well, I feel like I've been in all the seats at this point, but I can tell you that the one I'm in now is currently my favorite because I get to meet with the intended parents, and by the time they've gotten to me, they've been devastated and nothing else has worked out.
Sure.
No one's first choice for how to have a baby.
Yeah.
But I get to give them hope again and then watch that turn into joy when we match them with a surrogate that is able to help them complete their family.
Yeah. Well, and I think, again, the majority of us on this team have been surrogates. And so we kind of have that personal viewpoint of the position that's been in. But you've been in the industry for so long, and now you get to, like you said, you get to bring hope and see that part of the process and do that part of the process.
Yes.
I love that. What about you, BB?
I just loved being in the industry and helping to create families.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to do it every single day. So I knew a position with the company would be the right fit for me. And I have a different situation where I carried for 2 different companies and I fell in love with Egg Donor and Surrogate Solutions. And I just knew it was like my forever place.
Yeah.
So I just love that I get to do it every day.
Yeah. And you are like that first voice that a lot of our surrogates are going to hear.
Yes.
When they first come to us.
Yeah. Yes. And I love explaining how we are different than other agencies because I've experienced it myself. So when I tell them about how we are different, I really, really mean it. And I'm so excited to share what we can offer them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So good.
Court.
Yes. So families are created in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, they are.
My family started with several years of infertility, 6 IUIs, and then ultimately 3 IVFs. So having walked through the infertility journey just gave me so much insight for the desire to have a family and the frustration that you feel when it doesn't work out and then the bills come and just how all that looks. And so, I think having experienced it and then wanting to help others see the other side of it is really like the passion that I was able to just have through having kids and oh my gosh, this actually happened for me. Yeah. But the frustration of walking through it and will it happen? Can it happen? And just understanding all those emotions and being able to step into a role that is bringing people hope in their journey of will it happen? Can it happen? it's just exciting to be able to watch from the start and then watch to the end.
Yeah.
And to help with the insurance pieces, like that's a lot.
I was going to say, I think the thing that gosh, your role in this team is so crucial because just like you said, it can be, it's so frustrating on so many levels. This process can be as far as, and your personal process going through everything. And whenever you think about those nitty gritties, medical records, insurance, all of that nitty gritty stuff, and you try and make it as simple and as easy as possible for anybody that's going through this process with us.
And it's vitally important.
Vital.
People don't understand that. No, they don't. They think it's just a little thing that we do is, this or this. And it's a huge thing.
What do you mean?
Yeah, just in the details. I just think those are little, they just feel like little details. Oh, the insurance, and it's huge. Once you step into it, it's huge. You can't, if you don't have medical records, obviously you can't match a surrogate.
Yeah.
Or if you got an incorrect answer on, an insurance review because you reviewed it yourself, IPs can waste $30,000 on a unnecessarily insurance policy or something.
Sure.
So,
well, and I
work
think that's that little piece that I think that makes us so unique. And like you I mean, gosh, we've seen it, and I know we've seen it evolve over the industry. Me for only that short amount of time, and then I know you've seen it for as long as you've been in the industry of the social media aspect and people matching, on their own and independent journeys and things like that. And a lot of people think, oh, let's just find our surrogate.
Yep.
We're going to go have a baby. It's going to be great. And there's those details.
You don't know what you don't know. And I tell intended parents that
know.
every day.
Yeah.
You don't know what you don't know. You think it's like you said. And then once I, kind of talk about the details with them and all those things, I think broaden, kind of blows your mind all that goes into a surrogacy journey.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. So kind of maybe piggybacking off of that, that's one part. But what do you think a intended parent and a potential gestational carrier can expect when they start the process with us?
This is a marathon and not a sprint.
Oh, yes. It's a journey for a reason.
It's a journey for a reason.
I think one of the really interesting things is with our agency, most of us have all been carriers. So when I tell them we're going to walk you through it from like the beginning to the end and beyond, it's totally true. Like through all of the things, we are going to be here for you. We are going to help advocate for you. You are a person, your family, like we care for you as a person and your family. And it's really important to me for that they understand that because that isn't the case with all agencies.
Sure.
So I think that's something really for if people are shopping or looking at different agencies, that's what we can bring to the table.
Yeah. Well, and going back on the you don't know what you don't know, that education piece.
Absolutely. With surrogates and intended parents.
Yes, exactly.
Vital.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, an intended parent's going to sit down and hear about the process from start to finish.
Right.
With full transparency.
Yep.
And a surrogate is going to hear about what's happening along the way, for sure.
Full transparency is kind of our jam.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, it would be so easy to just say, like, oh, everything's going to be great. Don't worry. You don't need to know about that. You don't need to worry about that.
We'll
I'm like,
handle
no, here are all the possible concerns. Here's everything that could go wrong in this instance. Here's why this person is not perfect, but why we think that they're a good match, because knowing everything you know up front is key to making sure that you're getting the relationship you want. So we want everybody to tell us the truth. Tell us all of the things so that we can find the best person to match you with.
Yes.
Because if you're just like, whatever they want, well, tell me what you want so I can make sure we can get you that.
Right.
Like, you got to tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I mean, the transparency aspect is huge because I think it's so easy to we want to create that picture of hope.
Absolutely.
Everything's going to be great.
Yeah. But it can't be a false picture of hope.
Yeah.
They've been disappointed enough.
Exactly.
No, I love that. And I think, Lauren, you said, tell me what you want. We're gonna do everything we can to figure that out. Mm-hmm. I feel like that speaks into we get to know you.
Mm-hmm. Want to know you.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we do. We do want to know you. But why is that so important? Because I feel like it's just so easy. We can kind of almost create, I I hate to say the word, but like a machine, if you will, of
Sure.
we're going to get you in, we're going to go through. It's, you know, we got the process down. We all know the process. But why is that so important if someone is, you know, kind of quote shopping agencies, if you will?
So I am the person that talks to the carriers immediately after they fill out their application, and I'm going to ask them all of the, you know, about their questions, and I'm going to truly ask them, what are you looking for? There's no right or wrong. Like, we really want to know. We want to know what you are looking for as a carrier. And with our agency, we let them pick out the intended parents. We are going to show them intended parents or families or people who have answered questions most compatible with what they say. We show them their profiles, and they get to pick 1, 2, 3, or whatever, who they want to work with. It's so important that they have the best relationship or the best match, and we are going to help them find that. We have a great matching team that will help ensure they pick the right match based on those answers that they had.
We're not going to pressure them into changing their mind for a match. If they're not comfortable terminating a pregnancy for any reason, we're not going to say the intended parents want you to. We're going to say, let's get some different intended parents. Let's only choose like-minded people for your match.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, for sure, for sure. But why is that important? Because I think I feel like, you know, that's not the case for a lot of agencies.
Yeah. It prevents problems later down the road too, though, right? You know, if we match someone who really didn't want to terminate a pregnancy, but we convinced her that the chances were so low she didn't need to worry about it, and then God forbid it was a baby who, you know, was incompatible with life, and that was something the intended parents desired, we've got a huge problem on our hands.
Yes.
Or a surrogate who, you know, doesn't want a certain vaccine, and things like huge problems can develop later on if like-minded matches aren't made in the beginning. So if we can start from the very beginning, making sure that matches are made where everyone agrees on all those important things, prevents really big problems later down the road and makes the job for our coordinators a lot easier.
I was going to say, isn't it so great that we have those conversations before all of that happens?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And trust is essential in this relationship. As much as we can put everything on paper and say, this is what we're agreeing to, and this is what's going in the contract, you need to trust the person that is carrying your baby. And part of choosing the intended parents is you're connecting to their story. You're invested in their baby, in completing their family, in the match. It's a personal relationship where you share common values, you share this common goal. It takes the transactionalness out of it.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's such a common myth, is that transactional piece.
Yeah.
And it's the relationships. And that's what we do, matching team the best that we can, and education-wise the best that we can to bring that forward.
It takes more than love to create a family. It takes compassion, courage, and connection. At Egg Donor and Surrogate Solutions, we've spent more than 18 years helping hopeful parents, surrogates, and egg donors create happy families through egg donation and surrogacy, one relationship at a time. Our team has been there. Many of us are former surrogates, egg donors, and intended parents, so we truly understand this journey. If you're ready to take the next step, visit createahappyfamily.com to apply today. All right, let's get back to the show.
What would you say, you know, is, or maybe sign of some of those? I mean, I know, Lauren, you said trust is so huge. What would you say to maybe potential intended parents and surrogates, or potential women who are thinking about becoming surrogates? What would you say is so important to know as they are discerning if this is their next step as in their process?
I would just say it's a commitment. It's a commitment of your time. You and your family just kind of know the timeline. And I do share, there is a timeline, and I do share that with them. It isn't going to be a quick, 3-month process. Like, you're having a baby for somebody. So just, I try to tell them, and that goes back to the education, everything that is involved. So it's really important for them to commit to it. You're committing to this family as well, that you're going to help them. So it's really important to make sure you're on board, your husband's on board, your spouse, your whole family is supportive for you, what that looks like.
Well, I feel like don't rush this process.
Well, I was going to say patience is what I would have answered. Whenever you want to do something that you're so excited about, you're like, I want to go right now. That just that's hard because if sometimes when you rush things, you miss things. And so they feel like, oh, they're slowing me down. I could have gone sooner. But we want you to go when your cycle is ready. We want you to go when your body is optimum to this screening appointment. We want you to be successful. So we want to check all the boxes. We want to make sure we're doing everything the right way. We want to give you the best chance with the right parents at the right clinic. And sometimes that just goes a little bit slower than, okay, you can just have this first match that you thought of, that everything's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Faster isn't better.
Right.
Yes. Faster is not better. Faster is not better. No, for sure. Well, and I think, it's, again, I think people look at the fun part about it. And there is that whole matching and education process. You don't know what you don't know, which is so important for both potential intended parents and surrogates.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So they're going to, a gestational carrier is going to meet with you, and then they get to meet with me, and we get to chat about the whole process. And then intended parents, they get to talk with you, Meg. And again, more transparency, which is so important.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then I think what is so cool is that we all meet as a team.
Yes. Every week.
But why?
It's vital. It's
vital.
Each of us has a different role and a different hand, like a piece of the puzzle. Like, if I only know medical records, I can only speak from that perspective. And I might have a red flag in the medical records, but I don't know any of the other conversations that have been had. And my one red flag could be nothing. It could be something. But you guys
there are errors in medical records.
Yeah, there definitely are.
And medical records.
But you guys, having had conversations, can speak to that. Like, oh, that's not what she said. So that gives us a chance to circle back and clear up the medical records or to verify. And so I think us all kind of working together really helps paint the bigger picture and to see the full, like, okay, we're ready. This girl is ready, and she's done all the things, and she's prepared, and we've all collaborated. And yeah, it's huge.
I think another thing is we all want to get to know the surrogate. We all want to make a connection. We all want to make sure that we're getting her the best match. And when we interviewed to work for this company, how many interviews did you guys have? How many people did you have to meet for that to happen? Like, a lot.
Several.
Because it's the same thing. Like, we want to really know you. We want to connect. We want to make sure that this is the right fit for you and that we can get you the right match for you. So you are going to get to hear from all of us and learn from all of us and let all of us learn about you so that you can get exactly what you're looking for out of this process, which I hope is joy. Because that's the thing. Like, it is so amazing to change someone's life forever in this way that we can create a family. And there's so many things that can go wrong, and so many stories, and so many people who are doing it the wrong way without the integrity and not for the right reasons. And there are so many surrogates being taken advantage of because they don't know, and they're not being educated, and they're just being told, we're going to give you this money right now, and you go match with these parents, and you don't get to know anything about them. You don't get to have this relationship. You don't get any of the say-so or the voice. And then that's the complaints that we get when surrogates come to us, like, oh, this was my terrible experience. And so we've learned how to make it the best, how to do the best.
Yeah. I mean, well, we see the whole person. We see the whole person. What would you say are maybe some of, Meg, like those most common questions that you get from intended parents when they're getting their education?
Absolutely. When do we have to pay? Money questions, of course.
Oh, it's a huge financial commitment.
Of course. And we got to be upfront about that, and we're going to be honest about that. And it's just part of the process. But what is different about our agencies than most of them is they don't pay anything till they're matched. And so it's really important to us that we don't promise them the world and then they give us $30,000 and then we're not able to produce what we promised. And so I always tell them, I never want this to feel like a bait and switch where we promised you X, Y, and Z, and then we couldn't deliver on that. And so that's why we don't want their money until they're matched. And that means we present them a surrogate that they like, and her medical records are cleared, and we've done a match meeting, and we've all agreed to work together. And then that's when we'll open that escrow account and start the process. So they ask about money. We talk about that. Try to be really transparent about that. How long is it going to take us to match?
Sure.
And I think, like you talked about earlier, a lot of agencies operate where they have a list of waiting intended parents and, number 5 up and the number 5 surrogate up, it's a match and on they go, kind of like Lauren was talking about.
Yeah.
But that doesn't ensure the best match. And it doesn't ensure that everyone's happy. And it doesn't ensure that the best relationship develops. And so I kind of explain that. We don't have a list in which you become number 51 and then number 51 surrogate up. There you go. Like there's not a list like that. You don't take precedence because, but rather it's really important that you fill out your profile to make clear what your desires are and what's non-negotiable versus what's a preference. And and so it might be 1 month and it might be 9 months. And I can't tell you that, but as I look at those preferences and non-negotiables, I am better able to, to ballpark what that wait is going to look like. And at the end of the day, we can't promise you that, but we'll keep you informed during the process.
Yeah.
We'll stay in touch. You'll know what we're doing. And
Well, I think that's what's so great about our team is that the time aspect can be such a push-pull.
Yeah.
And you can make a lot of emotional decisions. And we get to sit there and say, just wait for better.
Right.
Like,
and we'll say that. And Lauren will say that. And I'll say that when they see a profile that is, and they feel pulled to accept it, the intended parents, they feel pulled to accept it because they're ready. But we're happy to be transparent and say, yeah, you're right. I don't know that this is your best fit. I think we can do better. I think we can find a better fit for you. Hang with us. We can do this because again, it's going to prevent so many potential problems down the line. And
well, our goal is that good relationship,
Absolutely.
right? We want that happy ending for you, but we
Yeah.
want that happy journey for you.
Yeah.
Would that match work? Possibly. But would it be the journey that everybody's hoping for,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What advice would you want to give to a potential surrogate before she starts this process?
I would say do your research.
What does that mean?
Yes.
Okay, this is my best and biggest advice. Don't let Facebook groups dictate what groups or what agency you're going to work with.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like, do your own research, contact them, interview them, ask them, what can you offer me? What makes you different than other agencies? Yes, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that research piece is huge.
Huge. Don't and for IPs and GCs, I think don't let fear hold you back. I know as a surrogate, it took me a long time to take that first step and to decide to do my first journey just because I was scared.
Yeah.
And I think for IPs too, that it's hard for them to believe that this could end in success. Everything's ended in failure and disappointment. And I think it's hard for them to believe too that it's actually going to work this time, and it's so scary to commit to that. So, but we have been able to see so many happy families created.
Yeah.
And so many beautiful babies born that have erased years of, pain and heartbreak. And so I think just not letting fear hold you back and trusting, that the process.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you have a team. You have a team behind you.
Absolutely.
We're that first start, and then you're going to keep having that team.
Yeah.
And that's consistent throughout this whole process.
I think it's super important that you listen to your gut feeling. If something seems off, but you don't know why, ask questions.
Yes.
Because there's a reason. Like when the matches, you learn everything you need to know about those people in the profile that you're seeing. The match meeting isn't to learn new information. The match meeting is like a vibe check.
Yep.
Like, okay. Oh, they're what I thought they were. Okay, these are cool people. They're real. Like we can totally go through this process together. I feel comfortable.
Yep.
It's that, like, you can just see on their faces. Everybody just starts to relax about 7 minutes in. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
these are real people. We're really doing this thing. Like, it's like that first blind date that turns into like, okay, now I have a boyfriend. Like, it just.
For sure.
But if you get off that match meeting and you go, I don't think that was it. My gut just says that wasn't it. That's okay too.
Yeah.
And we'll start over and we'll make it okay. And so don't feel pressured,
Well, yeah, I think going back to what you said, Lauren, towards the beginning was we are not going to pressure you. We are here to
Absolutely
find you
not. Nope.
your person,
Absolutely
your
not.
people. Like that's our goal. That's our goal this whole way through.
And even when Meg was talking about, like, the intended parents want to know, when do we pay? And the thing is that they don't pay until we've already made a match. And that keeps the integrity in it. Like, I don't have a dog in the fight. Like, I want you to get the best intended parent for you. I'm not trying to get a specific all I want is what you want.
Yeah, for sure. So, I always say like judgment-free zone. Because I want to hear what you want.
Yep.
Like nothing you say is going to like, I want to hear it. I want to hear it all.
Yeah,
I want to know what
regardless.
you want.
Yeah, regardless of,
That honesty is huge.
It is. We have to know what your mind is to match like-minded. Like you have to be honest and vulnerable. Vulnerable is hard. We tell the intended parents a lot, and you need you to be a little more vulnerable.
Vulnerable's hard.
Because
They've been vulnerable this whole way through.
Well, and they want to protect themselves because they've been hurt by everything. So that's hard. But connection is built through vulnerability. And so it's only when they share that pain and that story and how much they want this that the surrogate connects to that profile
to the
and
story
says,
and wants to help.
I'm going to help.
Yeah, for sure. And we are that safety net. We are that safety net. We're going truly, we're going to be with you every step of the way, both intended parents and surrogates alike.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're going to be with you through that whole entire process. What would you say is your favorite part about what you do?
I mean, this sounds generic, but baby pictures.
Oh my God, I love the baby pictures.
When I get an intended parent or a surrogate that sends me a baby picture, I mean, new, fresh hospital pictures. Are you kidding me? It's a miracle every time. Every time. And especially because we know their story and we know their journey, and it gets me every time. I see those dreams come true and that pain disappear. It gets me every time. Never gets old.
Never.
I love just like hearing them say like, I have the perfect match. Like after the surrogates and intended parents meet, they're like, Lauren and Meg, they did it. They helped me find like the perfect match. And like, that's why we do what we do. And it's so great to see that. I love it.
Well, and again, like that kind of speaks into just, we work so hard for that. That's our goal. Absolutely. That's our goal. And that's not to say that there's not going to be bumps, but
no, there are some
goal
bumps
is you feel supported. You're with that team. You're with your perfect match.
Yeah, absolutely.
My favorites, even before the pictures at the end that get Meg, mine is we got a heartbeat. We have a pregnancy. We got a baby.
Yeah.
And when the coordinators reach out and tell me like, this one's got it, and I can see myself in the match meeting and talking to them, and it's like that full circle experience of like, that's the hope turning into joy. Like we did it.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. What about you, Court?
So I am one of the first people that the intended parents talk to after their match.
Yeah.
And they are so excited to get started and what's next and help me out.
Yeah.
And so I think that like hearing how excited they are and then helping them to just have some education about what things are going to look like and then reassuring them if there's bumps, you can always come back. And then getting to tell them like, oh my gosh, you are going to love your coordinator. They're going to reach out to you. And kind of making that next touch point for them so they know like what to expect next. And then on the flip side of it, like having gone through the process of onboarding a surrogate and knowing like, oh, these are her intended parents.
Yeah.
I get to see like both sides of it, which is really cool. If I get stuck in a onboarding process with a surrogate and we are like going rounds trying to get her insurance book, which is super common and super frustrating. Sometimes weeks and weeks, and I'm like, hey, text, hey, it's your favorite person, asking if you were able to get the book yet, all the jokes or whatever. But because I'm in these long conversations, sometimes weeks, to be building some sort of like rapport, then when they get a beta and it's like, oh my gosh, my beta was 1,600, like I have no piece of that process once they've onboarded. But they still come back and tell me, and they're so excited because we have connected on that side. So like, I love it. I love it.
We're all a tiny
They wouldn't
piece
have
of
even
the puzzle.
cleared without you. You're a huge piece, and
Yeah.
I think that's so cool about our team is that I'm so proud and confident in every hand these people are going to touch. I'm perfectly confident in what Courtney's going to then tell the intended parents. I'm perfectly confident in the care that the coordinator is going to provide. I'm perfectly confident in the matching that Lauren's going to facilitate. And it's really cool to be a part of a team where I know the why behind every hand that's going to touch them and the integrity behind every hand that's going to touch them. We don't have a weak link that,
Well, it's that constant communication. We do all have that big picture.
Yep.
So from someone's perspective, they're going to, hear from Barette or me or Courtney or Meg or Lauren, but we are all seeing it.
I talk to pretty much all of you every day.
100%.
Yeah.
Some of you more than that.
Maybe 10 times a day. Yeah.
So there's a lot of conversations going on. We're always invested in the whole picture of everyone.
Yeah.
And it isn't like, who am I going to get when I call today? Like, does anybody know what's going on with my case? I'm like, oh, everybody knows. Everybody knows what's going on.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that makes it so special. Courtney, you said earlier, you were like, you saw that one part, and then when we all get together, we all see that whole picture, that whole picture.
Yeah.
And that's so important.
And
about
every
this
cog
process.
in the wheel is so important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think for me in the education, I get to meet kind of that one final time as we start showing intended parent profiles.
Yep.
And when those girls see, oh my gosh, it's real.
ones,
There's
yeah.
like really people. It's been medical records. It's been gathering this. It's been answering questions. And okay, here we
Yeah.
go.
This is
It's like that next starting line,
Yeah.
and that excitement in their eyes when they see those. Oh my gosh, it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, my favorite question, you guys. What filled your cup this morning? Literally or figuratively?
Coffee.
Always. Always.
So we are currently at our retreat with our
Yeah, we are.
company, and we've had 3 days together, and just waking up and seeing all of my teammates and just like, you know, the camaraderie and just being together.
Yeah.
Just made me so happy to be a part of this amazing team. I know that's like, it's totally cliche, but it's not. Like, I sincerely mean, we've had the greatest 3 days, and I just love being a part of this team.
But it's so true.
Yeah.
So Barette kind of stole my answer.
Oh, I'm
sorry. You mentioned earlier that it is my birthday.
And it is.
And the thing is that the people I work with are some of my closest and dearest friends. And just getting to spend so much time with you guys all the time, and like being in person and not just seeing you over the phone and over Teams and all the time, but like having my closest people to me on my birthday, that filled my cup.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I can totally piggyback on that. I think like we work together professionally, but there is just a care and concern, a genuine love and care for each other that it doesn't always stay professional. Like we actually care what's happening in our personal lives and are supportive and loving, and I don't know what I would do without you girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women.
Yeah.
Wonderful women.
And I love that our clients feel that because they do become part of this
that
family.
extended
Yeah.
family.
That extended
yeah.
family. Yeah, absolutely.
We are a big happy family.
Oh.
Creating happy families.
Good job. Oh my gosh. I love you guys. You're amazing.
Love you, Whit.
Love you, Whit.